Hi everyone, welcome to my live. Today is Tuesday, March 1st, 2022, and spring is coming. We had terrible weather here last week. It was cold, so today was 72 and I see a happy forecast ahead with lots of nice weather, and I can't wait to start planting flowers again. This winter really wiped everything out, so got to plant everything new this year, but I'm excited and can't wait to start planting. Hopefully we've had our last frost so we can just forge ahead and plant everything so it looks pretty soon. My name is Rodrick, if you haven't joined me before, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. We'll get started in just a minute. I'm just waiting to see if I come up on Facebook, and I see that I am now. Let me just expand that. Okay, so tonight we're going to make 4 really fast, easy, fun cards. So it's probably going to be a quicker Facebook Live than usual. So thank you for joining me. If you're live, if you're watching the replay, if you're watching the video on YouTube, I really appreciate it. So I was trying to think, and this was just like in the last half hour or so, you know, I need something for Tuesdays because I always do my Facebook Lives on Tuesdays. And, you know, people who do them on Fridays might have Facebook Friday. I've seen Win It Wednesday, Tip Tuesday. So I'm kind of looking for a fun little name for the Tuesday Facebook Lives. So I thought, why not have a little contest? So if you guys can think of a name for a Tuesday Facebook Live, you know, Terrific Tuesday or some kind of catchy thing for Tuesdays, leave me a comment, and then I will pick a winner for next week's live, and then I will give away a stamp set. So I'm going to give away this Special Moment stamp set, and this is from the celebration that just ended yesterday. I hope everybody got all the free goodies that they wanted from Celebration. I'm fingers crossed that I have enough of that rainbow paper because I was so in love with that. But this Special Moments stamp set is awesome because it has so many it has happy birthdays, thank you, sympathy. It's just got a variety of sentiments. So I will give one of these away if anybody can help me think of a name for my Facebook Tuesday sessions. All right, I'm going to turn my camera down and we will get started making cards. All right, my camera's a little higher this week, so I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let me just do one more thing. I just want to turn my iPad so I get a better look. Okay. Okay, all right, that looks good. So tonight we're going to be using Abstract Beauty. Now, this suite, at first I was like, I don't know, you can see some of these cards, these abstract cards here, that's kind of really not my thing. And so I didn't get the stamp set, I didn't get the dies, but I got to tell you, this paper, I fell in love with this paper. And it's because it's all gold embossed and so pretty. The patterns are nice and I love the gold embossing. So we're just going to make some simple cards with this paper. This paper is awesome too because it comes in a pack of 4x6. So it's like card ready for us, which is awesome. So that's what we're going to do. These are the cards we're going to make tonight. So we've got 4 different cards we're going to make. I've got a happy birthday card in the pink. I have an anniversary card that we're going to make. I've got a thank you card that just says thanks. And then I have another thank you card that's the black, white, and gold. So let's get started. All right, hold on, I gotta get my cards out of the way. Okay, so let me just show you this designer series paper. And like I said, this comes in a 4x6 pack. And look at all these beautiful designs. They all have this like gold embossing on them. Stripes, polka dots, just abstract, really pretty. A variety of colors. I just wanted to play with every one of them and make something. So this is really fun. And it comes with 4 sheets of each design. So a lot of different options here. Even this one with the flowers had just some little gold specks, gold dots. So that's the paper we're going to be using. Put that away. And then I stole some sentiments from some sets. Like I said, I didn't get the Abstract Beauty stamp set. So I did get some sentiments from, I went back to our Sweet Ice Cream stamp set, which this is a fun stamp set. But I love the fonts in here, the thank you, the happy birthday fonts. So that's what we're using for the first card, is some sentiments from there. And then this is one of my favorite dies, my Tasteful Labels dies. And just a lot of fun shapes to cut out sentiments. I just realized that I did not put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I hope nobody calls during my live or it's going to cut out. Okay, so here is the product for our first card. Now, if you would like to make these cards, all you need to do is place an order of $35 or more with me and use this host code, and I will send you the make and takes for all 4 of these cards. And that includes the ribbon, the die cuts, the paper, the cardstock. All you need is stamps for sentiments. Use what you have. We're going to do some embossing tonight too, because I think that just complements the gold by using embossing. So we're starting with our standard card base. This is Magenta Madness paper. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then the next layer is we just took that DSP, and it was already 4 by 6, so we cut it to 4 by 5.5. And we're just going to attach this to the front of our card. So we'll get this nice and centered right here. Very pretty. Okay, the next thing I think we'll do is we'll do our sentiment, and this is from the Tasteful Labels dies, and I'm going to use the Versamark stamp pad, which is a clear stamp pad. It's kind of like a glue. I got mine all dirty this week. I didn't clean my stamp well enough when I used it. Not so cool. All right, so I have the happy birthday stamp, and I'm just going to stamp it up on the Versamark and put it right in the center of our label. Then we're going to hit it with some gold embossing powder. Tap it off. And then we're going to heat emboss. Just get all those little pieces off. So we'll just hit it with our heat tool for a second until it turns beautiful. And there it goes. It's starting to turn. Okay, easy breezy, and look how pretty that looks embossed and shiny, and it matches our the embellishment part of our paper, so that's really nice. Next, I've taken a strip of gold foil paper, and this looks like it's a 3/4 of an inch. It's very thin. Let me measure real quick so I can tell for sure, because I don't see it in my notes. So we made it the length of the card, so it's 5.5. And it is 3/4 of an inch wide. So we're just going to attach that next. And we'll just put that right down the middle of our card. Like that. The next thing we're going to do is tie some ribbon around. Now, this ribbon is retired. This is Magenta Madness, and I'm surprised it's retired. It's from the In Colors that are going to retire in May, but I guess they retired the ribbon early, but I couldn't resist because it's just it matches so beautifully. It's such pretty ribbon. So that's what I used on my card. You can use any ribbon that you have. If you get the make and takes, I will put this ribbon in the make and take, so you can use this ribbon on your card. Let me show you a couple other alternatives for the ribbon. So we're just going to tie her a bow like that. And just trim the end off, and that looks really pretty. Another choice, I think you could use This is the Magenta Madness ribbon. This is from this year's In Colors, and this is the Polished Pink sheer ribbon. And that would probably look okay too, because I mean, really the color's not far off, right? So I think that color would work just as well if you use the Polished Pink ribbon. Or use what you have. We always say just use what you have, especially if you're just getting started with stamping. Okay, next we're going to pop up our sentiment. So I'm going to take some dimensionals, and I'm going to put extra dimensionals on because the paper gets a little warped when you do the heat embossing. And we're just going to put the sentiment right over here on this side of the bow, just like that. And then we're going to put our hearts on. So I'm going to put the pink one first, right about here. And I'm going to use a dimensional, but only on the part that's not going to hit the white label because that's already popped up, right? So I'm going to put it right here, and then I'll use a little bit of seal on the other side and just attach that right there. And then same thing with the other one. I'm just going to put a dimensional where it's not hitting the white down here. And then I'll put seal on the other part of the card. That's it. So easy, right? And that's a really pretty birthday card. You could also go ahead and decorate the inside if you'd like to. I'm not seeing that I have the parts cut for this, but for this one, I just did the white piece of cardstock. I cut out another one of the die cuts of the hearts and another strip of the gold just to kind of fancy up the inside a little bit. So that is card number 1 all finished. Okay, I think the next one we're going to do is, we'll do one that's very similar. We'll do the thanks card, okay, because that's almost the same exact thing. So let us, what we're going to use for this one is this set of dies, which is Amazing Thanks dies. And this is really fun. I haven't had time to put it on a magnet sheet yet because it has a shadow die and the word die. So you can see it's going to cut out thanks, and then it's going to cut out a shadow layer behind it. And the other words it has on it is you are amazing, and the shadow dies for that part of it also. And then I was looking for something to go behind it, so I used a piece of vellum, but I kind of wanted an abstract shape to go behind it, and like I said, I didn't get the abstract dies. So I have these dies. These are layering diorama dies, so they kind of have that abstract shape. These are really fun with water cards, and so I used one of those to cut out the vellum piece. So here's the parts for our card. Okay. Same thing, except this cardstock is the Mango Melody cardstock, and that is cut 8.5, 5.5, scored to 4 1/4. Same thing with this DSP. This one's, actually it looks like I used the same exact DSP for both cards. Oh no, wait, I didn't. Where's the other one? It's similar. Okay, this one has a little bit more orange in it, the Mango Melody. This one has a little bit more pink. So they are a little bit different. So we'll just attach that to the front of the card. This Mango Melody orange is so vibrant, isn't it pretty? Okay. Then I cut out the thanks from the gold foil cardstock again. And the layering die I did in polish, or I think I used the magenta. Let me look. Hold on. I did use the Magenta Madness cardstock to do the shadow layer on this because you can see there's some of that color also in the designer series paper. Okay, before we do that, we're going to want to go ahead and put down our vellum shape. So I'm just going to take a little strip and go across this way for the vellum, because if it shows a little bit, that's where we're putting the word across, right? So what I'm going to do next is glue the thanks to the shadow part. And I'm just going to get a little piece of paper to go underneath it. And then get my favorite little glue pen and just add the glue to the back of this. Now, another way to do this, and I keep forgetting to do it, and I'll do it for one of the videos one of these times, is to use, it's like a sticker backing you can put on, and you put it on before you cut the die cut, and so then you just peel it off. It makes it into a sticker, which is a whole lot easier than trying to figure out how to glue things, right? So we're just going to put the thanks right over the shadow layer. Get it lined up. Whoops, hold on. My fingers are all full of glue and getting a little sticky, so I want to make sure I get it on just right. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, let me just hold it in place for a second till it starts to dry a little bit. Okay, we'll let that just dry for 1 second. Let me get rid of my scrap paper. All right, I think that's pretty good. So now I want to pop this up a little bit. So I'm going to use some mini dimensionals and put them on the back. These little minis are so tiny and so cute, and they're just perfect for this. So I'll just put it in some places. I may even cut a couple in half to get in kind of the skinnier places. Or you could cut along the edge of your dimensional sheet to get some skinny, or they sell strips too. So there's lots of different choices. So I'm just going to peel the backing off of these, and we'll be all set to put it on our card. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, and we'll just kind of put that on an angle right across, just like that. And that looks nice. It's got some dimension. It's popped up. It looks really pretty. Now we're going to add a bow to this. And I've got this gold ribbon. Now this gold ribbon is not available right this minute, but and this gold ribbon is so beautiful. It was so popular that it kept going on back order and out of stock over the Christmas holiday. This ribbon is coming back for next Christmas, so when it comes back, I'm going to stock up and get a bunch more of it, because I just think it's just the prettiest ribbon. So I'm going to tie that. If you have any gold ribbon, just use what you have. Hopefully you were able to get some of this over the holidays, so you have a little stash of the gold, because it's so pretty. Other gold ribbon that's available right now, they've got a couple choices. This is the one we're using. This is a fine art ribbon that's got gold flecks in it that you could also use. And then this is a gold shimmer ribbon that they make, and that's really pretty too. So you could also use that ribbon. Or again, like I said, just use whatever ribbon you have. That works great. Okay, so let's use a glue dot to put our bow on. And we'll just put this right in an angle right there. And then the last thing I want to do is just put some little dots on. And these are the gilded gems that are available in the catalog. And they're gold, so they're perfect. Gotta love the gold. So I'm going to put a big one right about here. Getting my glue. And then having trouble picking this one up, so we use the other side. And we'll put a medium one here, and then maybe a smaller one at the bottom. And that's it. Another very fast, simple card. Making a beautiful thank you card. If you want, you can finish it off with, you can put white cardstock in the middle. You could do another thanks in there, or you could just write. You could take the strip that we cut off the end, the 1/2-inch strip maybe, and put it along the edge right here to fancy up the inside. So lots of different options. So that's card number 2. The next one we're going to do is we will do the anniversary card. So let me put a couple things away here. Okay, this is the first one that I made, and I really like it. The navy, I think, is really nice. This would be a card I would definitely make for my husband for our anniversary. It's a little feminine, but it's also a little bit masculine because of the words. So I took the stamp from right here, the sentiment. It's "Here's to another year of love, laughter, and Happily Ever After. It's from the Love and Happiness Cling Stamp Set. So we're going to use that on our label. And then I have, these are the dies that we used at Valentine's Day, and it's the Bouquet of Love dies, and it just has a really nice heart shape, which I used for the navy heart. And that other card that we did at first, I used these smaller hearts. I cut those out for those die cuts. And then the last card we're going to actually use these flower die cuts for that one. Okay, the other thing I used on this card is I bought the Abstract Beauty Ephemera pack, and this is really fun because it's just got a whole bunch of different abstract shapes in here, and punch out. So I punched out some of the flowers. I punched out some of the clear arrows. This is like gold on vellum that you just punch out these little pieces. So I used that for some of the items on the card. Okay, so here's all our pieces for this card. Same card base that we always use. We're using the Night of Navy cardstock for this. And this card is going to open this way. Same designer series paper. And we'll just go ahead and put that on with our seal. And again, just like all the other designer series paper, they tell you what colors are going to coordinate with the designer series paper, what color is in this paper. Okay, next I just cut a square of the foil cardstock for this. And that is 2.5 by 2.5 inches. And we're just going to put this right at the top right here. Again, with seal to put it down. Right about here. And then we're going to take that heart that we've die cut, and we will pop that up with some dimensionals and put that right in the middle. Okay. And we'll put this right here. Next, I popped out one of those little vellum arrows. And I'm just going to cut this in half so we can put half on each side. And I will use a glue dot to attach those. So we'll put one glue dot, and I'm going to put it right at the end, and it won't show because I'm going to tuck it underneath a little bit. So this is already popped up, so it's easy to tuck underneath. So we'll have part of the arrow going that way, and then the other end of the arrow we'll put the other way. Lift this a little bit and tuck that right underneath. Kind of lined up like that. And then these are the cutouts that I was talking about before. And we will just pop these up on our card. I'm going to start with the bigger one. I'm just going to put down flat. And we'll put that one about right here. And then we'll do the other pink one. We will pop up with dimensionals. And I'll put that one about right here. And then lastly, this orange one. And as you can see, these match the paper pretty close. So that like that. So we've got our 3 little flowers in the middle of the heart. The last thing we need to do is do our sentiment. So I have cut this from the Tasteful Label dies in Night of Navy. So our sentiment shape is all ready. Use the Versamark again. We'll use that stamp that I showed you. And we'll get this all gooped up. Put it right in the middle. I'm going to pull this closer to me so I can get on top of it and see it better. Okay. And we'll get out our gold embossing powder again. Now I much prefer, you can see this is just a little bit off, I much prefer to do this on a scrap of paper first, the Night of Navy, and then emboss it, and then cut the shape out around it so it's always centered that way. Let me just see how this looks. I'm having trouble seeing it against the navy. I think that looks good. Okay. Let's get out our heat embossing tool. super easy. And I think that looks really pretty. Let me show it up to you a little bit closer so you can see how it embossed on there. And we are going to use dimensionals to put that on the front of the card. And then I'll go at the bottom here. That's it. The front of the card is finished. Nice and easy. So this one, we are just going to take some white to do the inside of the card. And this is 5 1/4 by 4. And we'll just put that down with some seal on the inside of our card. Get rid of this. It'd be really hard to write on the navy, right? So we'll just put a little bit of white in here. And then with that piece that we cut off when we cut the 4 by 6 down to the 4 by 5 1/2, we'll just put that at the bottom of our card right here just to kind of dress the inside up a little bit. So this will just go right here. And that's it. Quick and easy, right? And then you can write your sentiment. You can just write your words on the inside. So card number 3, all finished. We have one more to do tonight. And this is going to be our last one. This is going to be our thank you card. All right, let me put this away. Okay. And that's it, all the pieces, including the little ones. All right, I'm going to put that aside. This one we're starting out with a black card base. Same size as the others. And I have 2 different pieces of the designer series paper. I cut out a strip of the striped for the top, okay, and so this would be 5 1/4, and this was 1 1/2. Let me check my measurements and see, 1 1/2, and then this one is 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. So we're just going to attach these to the front of our card with some seal. This one towards the top. Okay. And then we'll put this piece underneath. Okay. And then we're going to kind of hide this seam right here with the ribbon. Again, I'm using the same ribbon, the really pretty gold ribbon. I'm going to try and get it flat on the inside. I have a bad habit of not paying attention to the inside when I do it. I end up getting my ribbon twisted on the inside, so I'm going to pay attention this time. And we're not going to tie a bow this time. We're just going to tie a knot to the side. So let me make sure I have enough room over here. And we'll just tie the knot over on this side. Get it lined up. I could have tied a bow because it's certainly long enough, right? I need a third hand to hold the middle. I want to make sure it's tight because otherwise it's going to be loose on the card. Okay, that's it. Just a simple knot, and we'll trim the ribbon. And that's it for that. Now we're going to do our sentiment same way we just did the last one. So I've got the same Tasteful label die. And we're going to do a thank you. And this is from that ice cream stamp set that I showed you. I think that's a really pretty font for thank you. So again with the Versamark. And that's it for that. Our gold embossing powder. And last time we're using the heat tool. It seems to go quicker the more you use it because I think the heat tool heats up faster then. Because it's already kind of hot from the last one that we used. So this is going pretty quickly for this one. And that's it. We have our pretty gold thank you stamped on the black. And we will pop this up. onto our card. And we're going to put that right here off to the side. Then lastly, that die I showed you, I just cut some of the flowers out of black. I cut some of the smaller flowers out of gold. And we're just going to layer these on. So I'm going to go back to the glue dots for that. So I'll just put these gold, put a glue dot behind these gold flowers. And then we'll just put that right in the middle of the black. Great. And we'll get the mini dimensionals out again to put behind, although I probably could use a big dimensional, but we'll just use the minis just to make sure nothing shows through. Okay, and I'll just place a couple of flowers down here. And then we're going to take some of the matte black dots, and we're just going to add a couple of the matte black dots to the center of the flower to keep up with our gold and black theme that we have going here. Okay, that one is done. We can also decorate the inside if we would like to. We've got a black card, so let's put a piece of white in, and again 5 1/4 by 4, just basic white cardstock. We're going to put inside right in the center, and again that piece that we cut off the designer series paper we will just put along the bottom. You could add some more of those flowers if you die cut some extra flowers and put those on to really dress it up. And that's it, a nice simple thank you card in the gold and black. So let me show you everything we made. Those went by pretty fast, right? Those are quick and easy cards. We had a happy birthday over here in the pink. We had an anniversary card in the navy, and then we had 2 different thank you cards, all with the Abstract Beauty cardstock. Really pretty gold cards. I hope you enjoyed the cards tonight. Again, if you would like the make and takes, you can follow this link, take a picture, and just go to this link to place an order of $35 or more. Do it by Saturday the 5th, and I will send you the make and takes for free with this host code. Let me show you just a couple of things we have going on right now, and then I'll show you the cards that we're going to make next week. If you would like the measurement and supply sheet that has all the cards and the measurements for everything that we used, you can email me at sunshineandsparklesstamping@gmail.com, and I will send you the PDF of this in your email so that you have that. The paper pumpkin for this month is Beyond the Horizon, and that is, you can order that up until March 10th. It is a subscription. It did go up in price, so it's now $23.50 plus tax. Shipping is included, and I didn't have a chance to play with the one I got last week yet. I'd like to make some cards to show you with the paper pumpkin I got last week. But as you know, it comes with a lot of fun stuff. It comes with a little Stampin' Spot. It comes with a stamp set. It comes with cards, envelopes, everything you need, glue, you know, like the dimensionals, and everything you need to make the card set. This Beyond the Horizon, the cards we made last week, I think the paper is going to coordinate with this kit. So that's going to be really fun. The other promotion that Stampin' Up has going on right now just started today, and their mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is 20% off. So that's a really good deal if you're interested in that. And they also have some bundles on sale for 20% off. So these are some of the different bundles you can get 20% off in the month of March. Lots of fun different bundles. So and more information, you can contact me for that. I'll be happy to send that to you in an email as well. And then next week, we are going to do play with the Ladybug dice stamp set. So that's going to be really fun. It's a stamp set, and then it has a punch to go with it. So we can punch the little ladybugs out. So we'll just do a cute little ladybug card. This one's a little fancy. These little ladybugs have their diamond necklaces on. So we'll do that card. I have these little ladybug candies that I got, these chocolates from Amazon, so we'll make just a little treat holder if you wanted to give someone a cute little ladybug treat. And then we also used to make some bees. So we'll make a little bumblebee card set, and this is really fun. We've got this embossing folder that looks like a little beehive in the background. So those are the cards that we'll make next week. I hope you can join me then. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. And again, having a little contest. If you can think of a name for the Tuesday Facebook Lives, leave me in the comments and we'll pick a winner for that stamp set for next week. All right, have a good rest of the week, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.